Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome to Conqueror's Blade. I want to go ahead and give a massive shout out before we get started to my.com for sponsoring this video. Stuff like this really helps out the channel and keeps it going, so big thank you to them. So if you've never heard of Conqueror's Blade before, it is a tactical MMO which is free to play, developed by Booming Games and published by my.com for PC. It is set in a vast medieval world, allowing you to take on 15v15 skirmishes and sieges where you can play as the attacking sieging side with siege towers, battering rams, artillery, or you can play as the defenders and try and repel them and keep the settlement safe. It's a very fun game as well because it allows you to take kind of control of all these different cultures which just merge together between medieval knights like winged hussars, I think are some of the later tier units, to Chinese infantry and guns and bowmen. I believe they're adding in Japanese units. We've also recently just gotten a Crusader tier, which is very cool, with some new units as well. So it seems like they are updating this game quite frequently, and you can play a whole different bunch of these cultures, and it's really exciting to see all of them come together and see the strengths and weaknesses of each of the cultures in the game itself. If that sounds interesting, you can play right now using my link down below in the description. So what I thought I'd do to go ahead and give you guys the best kind of idea, what we do is run through a bit of character creation really quickly. So as you can see, I have been playing this game quite a lot already. So I feel like I've got a good idea to kind of give you guys a nice amount of info on the game before you get started. But also, before we do get started, just remember that this is a free-to-play game. So, you know, you might as well, there's nothing to lose whatsoever. So when creating a new character, you go ahead and have a few options you can pick up to go ahead and improve certain stuff. So if you want your character to be particularly adept at, you know, doing damage, strength is really good. Maybe you want just to be this super tanky guy who just, you know, takes on all the pain and just holds firm. Then maybe you'd want to go ahead and pick up these armor traits. At the moment, it doesn't really matter because I'll be playing on my level 100 to show you guys some high tier gameplay when we get into the video. So we'll just click a few things, but as you can see, there's, you know, a whole range of stuff where you can really set the tone of your character in the beginning. And there you go. Once you've dived through that, you go ahead and you can choose between male and female. I believe at this point there are a couple classes that are locked behind gender. I think the female can only be the short bow and dual blades, and male can only use the big poleaxe, and maybe there's another class, maybe longbow, that only the male can use. However, I believe they have stated in a blog somewhere that they are going to be changing this. They just haven't gotten around to adding in new animations and stuff. So as you can see, there are a ton of classes in the game so far. This is just for the female, and if we go back really quickly, if we go back again, does it allow us to go back? I don't want to click cancel. Is that gonna? Oh, it does mess us up. Okay, give me a second. And for the male, you can see all the other classes right here. So there's a whole range of weaponry, and you can really start to see like the different cultures that come into play, you know, through all of these. And, you know, no matter what you pick, if you pick a Nodachi, you can go ahead and start off in the medieval starting area, use medieval units. It doesn't tie you to doing anything. It's just maybe you want to go ahead and use a huge samurai sword. I mean, what's not to love? Or maybe you want to go ahead and use a musket, you know. This is kind of giving you a lot of options. But the exciting thing is when you do go ahead and create a character, you're not locked to this specific thing. So if I for example pick the short sword and shield, I don't have to play the short sword and shield the entire time. As I level up in the game itself, I'll be able to go ahead and take on different classes. So I might be able to pick up the Nodachi at level, I think 20, you get the option to do it, and then so on and so on. So you can go ahead and I think eventually pick up every single class and unlock them so that you can use them, which is a really cool system. Even though you kind of pick your initial starting weapon, you can play as absolutely every single one of them. So let's jump now into the game itself, and I can go ahead and show you guys a bit more about what Conqueror's Blade is really about. Okay, we are now in the game itself. This is one of the starting areas that I went ahead and chose. But I think at the moment there are 4 different regions that you can begin the game in, each of them being quite vastly different. I picked kind of the Chinese-esque Japanese lowlands where there's a lot of farmland and kind of mines to be taken, to the the north of us, if we go to the open world, I'll talk a bit more about this in a second, you know, to the north of us is kind of, again, more of a Chinese area, but it's complete desert. Over to the west, we have kind of heavy medieval flatland, and I'm not too sure what's down here in the south, but I think it's maybe a little bit different, maybe more mountain tribes than maybe the flatlands up here. But yeah, you can already see the map itself is pretty goddamn big, and they have a lot of opportunity to expand elsewhere and just really create one insane map. I mean, but for the most part, this is more than big enough, really, when you do explore the world itself. And we'll go out in the open world in a second and take a look at that. So this is kind of like the base camp. This is our current city that we're in right here, Diachan. And, you know, in here we can go ahead and look for battles. We can do sieges, death matches, team death matches, and all that other crazy stuff. I can also craft stuff like equipment for my character. I can go ahead and outfit her with, you know, better weapons. You can see I've got a pretty nice set going on right now. I've got the rogue set bonus, which gives me extra bonuses. And basically how combat works in the game is you are equipped with a handful of skills that you go ahead and level up. You get skill points the more you play that class, and then you can unlock different abilities and add that to your bar. Right now you can see I've got 4 equipped, well, 3 equipped, and then 1 ultimate ability that you unlock through other ways by just playing basically, and you get this unlocked, which does like a considerable amount of damage. And there's lots of paths, and you can mix and match abilities as much as you want, and you'll really see kind of the abilities come into play when we do dive into battle. And as a dual blade, you know, it's going to be my job to assassinate people. That's kind of what the dual blade is all about, which is very, very cool. So what I thought we'd do is we'd jump into a siege battle really quickly, and then we'll take a look at the vast open world where you can go ahead and wage war on people. You can fight over territory quickly to go ahead and spike your interest, just so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Each of these cities is owned by a player. You can see all the different clans owning territory, and I think it's twice a week for an hour there is a big war that goes on, which is really nice that it's only for 1 hour twice a week. I think that allows people to maybe fit it into their life a lot more easier than these kind of, you know, entire days worth of fighting, where, you know, parties will come and they'll fight and they'll try and take territory from each other in these siege battles, in these 15v15 siege battles, which is absolutely awesome. I've personally fought in one, and it was an absolute madness when I tell you. It was crazy. There was my clan there, then there was another clan who was also trying to take the same place, and then there was the defending clan. So it was like a three-way fight for this one bit of territory. Unfortunately, we didn't win the day, and another clan managed to take it, and then they held it, which was even crazier because we both, like, the other clan took the territory, and then we were fighting alongside the clan who previously owned the territory to go ahead and try and take it for one of us. It was just really cool, and yeah, I really got that big MMO feel on the open world itself. But let's jump into a siege battle. I'll show you guys the craziness of these 15v15 people sieges. Hopefully as well I can show you some badass dual blade action, and yeah, let's just dive right into it. Okay, so we are now loading into one of the siege maps. We are going to be on the attacking side, and I have my other 14 brethren ready to move forward and try and secure the city. I believe there is, I think, about 6 or maybe 7 siege maps, unique siege maps, all with a completely different style. So sometimes you'll get medieval sieges, sometimes you'll get Eastern sieges, others you'll get Chinese sieges. There's a whole different range, which definitely keeps things fresh and exciting. Right down here, I have to go ahead and choose what units I want to bring into battle. I have a total leadership of 700, and each different unit costs a different amount. So I could basically decide to bring a bunch of elite units to battle, or I could decide to bring a bunch of kind of crappy units, or like a mix of kind of some good units, some bad units, and kind of like that. It's always a great idea, I feel, in these battles, to bring kind of your weaker units first, especially when you're attacking in these siege battles, because you have to basically overrun the walls, and whilst you're doing that, the enemy are shooting tons of artillery, cannons, mortars, flaming Chinese rockets, and all that crazy stuff at you, and you know, you normally don't want to go ahead and give up your best units right away. So I'll go ahead and try my best to go ahead and show you guys a lot of about, you know, the game itself, and how you kind of play. So we'll start off. You obviously have a bunch of siege towers you can move up. You can obviously get out into all these cannons and other artillery pieces. We will try try our best to get on one ourselves. Is he moving up this siege ladder or siege? Because you want to go ahead and get these bad boys to the front as quickly as possible. So I guess we'll just stick. Can we get on this battering ram? Yeah, let's get on this battering ram. Are my men doing that now, or is he already getting on it? He's already getting onto it. Everyone's always so busy, which is great to see, actually. So yeah, so we have 10 minutes, I think, to take this settlement, and every time we take a point, we go ahead and gain extra time. So, you know, the enemy, the defenders, want to try their best to keep us at bay and stop us from taking these points for as long as possible, and they can do stuff by, and we're getting some good hits on him as well, they can do stuff by destroying the siege towers with artillery. They can, you know, just try and keep us in the choke points for as long as possible. We'll go ahead and shoot out again. These rockets, you really have to go ahead and angle as much as possible. So yeah, they can do a whole range of stuff to basically delay us as much as possible. And then, oh, is he not moving this up anymore? Yeah, okay, I'll put my men on it then if he's not going to. And then our job as the attackers is obviously to secure the points, and we can go ahead and do stuff. But basically, really what you want to do as the attackers is just make sure you have every single siege tower and ladder and, you know, gate just completely destroyed. Because if you can go ahead and breach the enemy positions, then that goes and gives you just such a good advantage. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be successful at whatsoever up there. But it's good to go ahead and show some presence, because, you know, even if you're just waiting, it allows you to basically kind of just keep the enemy a bit focused. You can see they're trying to destroy our siege towers right now. I don't think we're going to be successful here whatsoever. As the assassin, I could try my best to sneak up here, but yeah, ladders are very brutal. You definitely only want to use ladders if you're kind of surprising the enemy. As you can see, they actually managed to destroy our far right-hand side siege tower, which isn't good. Hopefully we are attacking from both sides, though. That's going to be very important. Yeah, no. Where's the siege? They must have destroyed the siege tower on this side. You know, realistically, we're not in a like a huge rush. We have time. You just need to make sure you constantly get these siege ladders and siege towers to the walls and the battering rams, because you want to create as many breaches as physically possible. Is he going to be moving that one up? Yeah, good. He's already moving that one up. The gate's going to be open, because yeah, the defenders definitely start to get worn down over time. If they want to recruit units, I think they have to go all the way back here, which gives us kind of a nice advantage. Oh god, we were so close to destroying this gate. I'll just destroy it myself. I should have enough damage right here. It's going to take me a little while, but yeah, we're so close to destroying this gate. We'll just make sure we come in. There we go. I destroyed it with my blades, my dual blades of glory. To bring that down. And that's actually a pretty, like, interesting tactic that some... Oh, that was close. He just tried to drop down the burning rocks right there. And that's an interesting tactic. Some players, what they do is they rush forward on certain maps, and they try and overrun the gates by, you know, putting down your own artillery and other stuff. But right now, it looks like we're kind of a bit under... Yeah, no one's here, so we're just going to kill some archers. Killing archers is the best thing in my life, because they do so much damage. They slaughter your units if you leave them alone. So it's always a great idea to do that. And now I'm behind them. And I think what I'm going to do, we'll get back on my horse. I'm going to try and capture their supply point. Because if we capture their supply point back here, they can no longer recruit more men, right? And, you know, obviously I will make... Oh, hello. Do my special ultimate ability. Go on, come on. Yes, we killed him. Perfect. And we get to kill some archers as well. Oh, God, no. The archers, though, they're doing so much damage. Let's do our assassin things and get the hell out of there. Hopefully, they can't see me, so I can just heal really quickly. Yeah. Concentrated archer fire, if you attack them by yourself as a hero, you'll just get slaughtered. So you have to be very careful and attack with your infantry. I've unfortunately just lost my infantry. But that should be fine. Hopefully, I'm bringing a decent amount of them back. I want to stop this guy. I just want to stop this guy and then get out of there. Run, 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 run. Again, we'll just do assassin things. I want to stop him from recruiting soldiers, basically. And that should have reset his cooldown. You know, it's all a delay tactic, right? You just want to slow up your opponent as much as physically possible. We are definitely in the danger zone right now, though, because we are behind enemy lines. We no longer have men left. And I think I might actually go all the way back to the supply point, which, as the attackers, can get pretty brutal, you know, having to go, you know, whilst you're like trying to take the gatehouse itself, having to go all the way back here to get soldiers can be pretty brutal, but you need them. Just, I can't emphasize how important your soldiers are and how you command them. I'll also show you guys the stuff you can do with them as well. So I'll bring out one of my, I'll bring out the Prefecture Guard, which are like my best infantry unit I have unlocked. They're like tier 3. They're pretty heavily armored. They have some really cool abilities. One of their abilities is Cover the Commander. You can see one of their formations right here, which basically means they form a circle around me and they protect me. So we'll get them to just come with me, and we'll try and breach A with some infantry. Oh god, how is this not... Why is this not up at the wall yet? Let's quickly get it up there. Holy crap, that's not good. Hello, boys? Oh, he's already putting his guns on it. Okay, well, actually, what we're going to do as well, we're actually going to go get a piece of artillery out as well. And then we'll storm A as much as we can with our good infantry. And it really kind of comes down to big teamwork as well. So if you have a group of friends, you can do some, really nice stuff. That's not what I wanted to do, right? Can I not? There we go. Heroes, mounts, and artillery. So what we're going to do... So the nice thing is here as well, you can actually change classes as well on the fly. So you don't have to just play one class the entire battle. Let's pick up... let's just pick up an artillery piece. So yeah, we'll go ahead and deploy that down, because that's actually going to be a really useful on the next point. Obviously, granted that we actually take this one, but I'm sure we will. So now let's push our way up to A. It seems like they're pretty heavily focused. So yeah, you can control your men. At the bottom left, you can see X is to hold, and you can tell your men to hold. You can tell your soldiers to follow you or attack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my men here. Try and get a nice little fight off with this person. He's going to block, and we're just going to fall back. Oh god, yeah, there's a lot of them. So we're going to tell our men to charge. That should hopefully do some pretty good damage on them. I'll use my ultimate on this guy as well. And my infantry should do some pretty decent stuff. Yeah, you can see the infantry just does wreck away on people. Look how much damage we're doing to this person. I'm just going to come in and help. Do some extra damage. I'm getting kind of low. I need to fall back a little bit. Yeah, there. Oh, this guy is coming. Oh my god, he hit me as well with that. My finger is literally on my escape. And there you go. Unfortunately, we're going to die. But it's kind of good that I died, because now I can show you guys what happens. So your men keep on fighting until you respawn. So if you've got spearmen holding a breach, or you've got, archers shooting away, constantly trying to cull the enemy numbers, they'll keep on fighting even if you die. However, when you do respawn, they'll retreat, and quite a lot of the time they'll rout into the enemy and they'll just get cut down. So it's very important that you stay alive if you're holding a defensive position. Let's pick up some spearmen now, because I feel like we're starting to run out of time and we need to push the objective, and spearmen are a very, very effective unit at doing that. You can also as well note that when you die, it's very good killing your opponent, because when you kill your opponent, their men rout, and then that goes ahead and opens up breach points. So you kind of go about it two ways. You can go about it by killing... Oh, there's a warrior here. Hello. You want to go, Dachi? Okay, let's see what the assassin is made of. I'll wait for my infantry to come up here as well. We should just be able to break her. Oh, these spearmen have such a cool ability. They advance with their shields up in Testudo. So look at this, which is perfect for killing archers. How epic is that, man? Oh god, they just do so much damage though, don't they? I think I've got her. I'm so dead here. Oh my god, I'm so dead. Run, run, run. This is one of the great things about the assassin, is they're just really effective. That was very bad of me. Oh god, she's chasing as well. Oh, I died again. Ah, that's annoying. That was really bad of me. I could have quite easily escaped. I always look behind me and end up getting taken out in that fight. But the nice, we did lose. That was kind of bad, but we did manage to draw a lot of them away from B. So our team managed to secure the supply point, which means we can now, instead of going all the way back here to this one, we can now supply our soldiers from here and then push on and attack them. We realistically need to take this one as well. It's very important we take this other one, because if we take both of them, then they have to go much further back to get more soldiers, which you just need. You need weights and weights of men to keep the enemy at bay. I think what we'll do next is, we still have our spears, right? Let's see what we have next. To bring out, we are just throwing men to these. We have archers and serfs. I think, because they've still got a large portion of this war, I don't really feel completely confident bringing that. We'll also go ahead and bring a cannon as well. But yeah, we'll bring some archers. Ideally don't want to bring a ton of archers, but... Wait, there's not really a lot here right now. Because they're behind us. I guess I'll try and defend my men. There's no one here. What the hell? There's a few champions there. Okay, let's bring up our archers. I guess we do want to try and take... Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the team to come up again. We'll let our archers just do some work. And the really cool thing about these archers is they can shoot and move. So I can do like that, and they'll like shoot and like advance and shoot and advance. So you can do some really cool stuff with units like this. Does this assassin want to go? I'm down to fight if they are. Oh, there's guns as well. I want to kill these guns. Guns do so much damage. So if I can kill them, it's ideal that we do. They're also going to melt me if I'm not careful. Oh my god, why am I so slow? Holy crap. Why am I so slow? My god. We actually probably need to move a bit further back. Okay, this assassin's going to be hurting my day. Let's try and hit this. Oh god. I'm so slow. My god, we're just going to fall back. Hopefully our archers can shoot and move, so we'll do that, and we'll hopefully tell them to come back. We're just going to fall back and kind of maybe try and heal. But look how great that is. My archers are currently shooting them, and they're mainly dead. But we managed to get a couple kills from our archers moving around. I basically did nothing there, but my archers came in clutch. We are also very much running out of time now, so we need to make a move. I've got 4 kills. Oh, what the hell is this guy doing? Is he going to dismount or not? Dismount him. Yeah, we need to kill these guns. So we'll just take them out very quickly. Oh, there's cavalry there as well. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Okay, let's get some artillery down really quickly. And we'll see if that... Oh my god, they are just pushing us though. Look at that. Okay, he's all by himself. He's dead. I don't even know what he was planning on doing. Okay, let's just fall back a little bit. Let's get out of this combat. Let's go ahead and stick down a piece of artillery. And this will hopefully maybe help us just close the gap in front of us. We need to make a move right now. I don't know, maybe putting the artillery piece isn't the best, but let's see if we can get some kills with this artillery. Yeah, we managed to get a direct hit, but unfortunately I didn't really do a lot of damage. But the cavalry should... Yeah, they're clumping up massively. Look at that, direct hit, and we got a kill as well, I think. That was nice. Let's just keep on piling this cannon in. Yeah, we're doing some good damage to them now. Oh god, there's a person right there. Oh yeah, we can also do a tributary shot as well. So we'll shoot him with tributary. Every person on your team gets a shot with a tributary. Can't even pronounce that word. So you can see the artillery is kind of going in overhead, and they come back from these huge pieces right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we are going to be able to break this layer. They've got a sturdy defense. But we tried, and hopefully this went ahead and showed you kind of the excitement of the battles and how you command your units and how important units were, how the combat works. And hopefully you got a good idea about everything. And you can see kind of the rewards. We've got some honor, which we use to level up our soldiers. Hopefully one of our soldiers leveled up so I can show you guys the unit upgrade trees as well. And then we'll quickly pop out to the open world. I'll explore it just a tad so you guys can get a good idea. Maybe I'll go fight some rebels or something as well. So you guys can fully see that. So obviously the main progression is on the battle side of things. It's getting better units, upgrading your units. Oh, perfect. That's absolutely perfect. One of our units did actually indeed level up. And it's going to be... Did I even use these guys? Maybe they leveled up from a previous battle. But every unit has a veteran tree. So these are going to be different. So for example, this prefecture pike tree will be very different than, say, this archer unit right here. You can see they have whole bits of, completely separate things that you go and level up. And you can really specify what units you want in, what area. So for example, you might want to get, increased charge damage, or you want to get, better stuff, or maybe you just want to tank them out and make them really tanky. You can go ahead and basically design the units the way you want them to within, obviously, the upgrade tree itself, which is a nice kind of addition and allows you to keep on developing units. Like, you might have some archers that are really good at armor piercing, and then you might have some archers which just shoot really goddamn quick. So you can kind of specify that up and decide what you want. So what we'll do, and this is actually kind of good, we're currently in the territory war. By the time when I'm recording this is when territory war is happening. So if we go out onto the open world, we might actually see some of that stuff going on. So as you can see, I can go ahead and bring 5 units out with me. Any 5 units, it doesn't matter about leadership. I can just bring whatever out. You can see right now I've got a bunch of workers here because these workers basically gather you more resources. We'll take an extra military unit just because there's a lot of other dudes out there. You also need to bring food to supply your soldiers. This basically allows you to kind of forces players to think about where they go on the map itself. They can't just kind of stick out in the open without enough food, which kind of is very interesting. It adds a lot more tactics, especially in territory war, which is happening right now, where people are trying to take over all the different cities we looked at earlier on in the video itself. I might even go out and see if we can see one, kind of see one taking place. And basically, when you do initiate, so this is the open world. Hey, how's it going? We are now out in the open world, and you basically run around on with your army. You can bring like no units whatsoever, which makes you really fast. You can bring all your units and a bunch of artillery, which makes you really slow. You can also stockpile resources and other stuff in your wagons. We'll go out and we'll go and gather some stuff. I just want to make my way. Actually, maybe we'll go over here. I imagine this food is all out of, yeah, a lot of these will be out of resources. These aren't though, so we can go over here. Yeah, a lot of these resources will be out because people stockpile food for the territory wars because you spend a lot of time out in the open. And as you can see, people are roaming around, you know, with big artillery cases on, massive wagons of supplies, and yeah, look at all of that artillery he's got. And people are going to be roaming around. We could even just attack someone if we wanted to, you know, be really crazy. I might even just do that for some fun. Because, yeah, the open world battles can be pretty crazy when people pile in. Normally they pile in against one side or another. Normally it's like a 15v6 or something when stuff like that happens. So if we just make our way over and we'll gather some resources really quickly so you guys can see that. But you can just kind of think of the scale of this territory war right now. If we go to the map, you know, all like the majority of these cities are under attack right now. All the ones with, oh, that's actually perfect. That's right by us. We can take a look at that. Yeah, all of these cities, you know, are being, you know, fought over, and that's just in our region. You've also got obviously over here. You've got all the way over here on the left-hand side and right here. But look, I mean, look how much fighting is going on right here. It's hectic. And the crazy thing is that I think they've recently opened the borders. Maybe not. Or maybe they're planning on opening the borders very soon. So you can kind of come together as a realm. You know, as the Diochang region right here, we could come together as a realm and invade the north. I think this is Ming. Or the Sea of Sands. I'm not sure. I think this is called Ming though. Like, we could actually, you know, rally together all their different houses and clans, and we could try and invade another bit of territory. And that just sounds so cool. And I've played it. I've played this game, obviously, as you can see, quite a lot. And this is just us gathering resources, and there's loads of these nodes all around. And that's actually one of the other really cool things about the territory wars, is when you go ahead and take a piece of territory with your house, you then get money when people come to your area and try and use your resources. You can see right now we're currently paying a tariff, and that is to the owner of the region. So whatever clan owns this region will be getting bronze every time someone comes along and collects resources from here. So as you can see, we've now gained 10,000 cotton. You can use these resources to craft certain equipment and, you know, other stuff like that. So it's really important. You also use them to hand in quests and go and, you know, do kind of improve your relationship with the AI towns and stuff. So it's very important you do come along and do this. Let's jump in to a rebel battle. So these are kind of like the roaming rebels. Actually, I really want to see what's going on up here at the province, because it seems like all hell is breaking out for this settlement right now. You can see it is on fire. And this is actually one of the really important settlements as well. So it's like definitely a sought after province, because it basically controls the entire way. This entire road is blocked by this province. So whoever owns this province basically guards this entire route, which for trade and stuff can be pretty important. And as you can see, we have actually been attacked by some rebels, some roaming rebels. For the most part, you can just ignore them. You can pay them off if you want to, or you can just fight them, or you can just dodge them. They're fairly easy to dodge if you're just paying attention. So this is one of the 2 open world AI stuff that you can do, or I guess PvE content you can do is you go ahead and fight the AI. So you can fight these rebels, which will give you equipment that you can go ahead and hand in, or you can do rebel camps that give you these great weekly chests from certain quests, which give you a whole range of equipment, a ton of honor to level up your units. So I really like the way that the game approaches it. The game basically, you know, encourages you to not only fight PvP but also PvE. So the rebels are going to come and attack me right now. I think this was like a medium rebel group, so they shouldn't be that strong. Their cavalry is coming in, but luckily I have spearmen. But the quicker we kill these guys, the better. We don't want to get overrun, so we'll just look to take these guys down. Oh my god, look how much damage that cavalry does. Luckily I have luckily I've got a very good unit with me. Oh my god, they are slaughtering me. They've got some really good units. We're going to need to replenish really quickly. Luckily these spears are, very tanky. So let's just heal up really quickly. Try and take out these horses. Yeah, they just do so much damage, man. Look at them. It's because they're like constantly roaming around as well. Oh my god, I'm literally going to lose. I'm dead here. They've killed me. Well, that was embarrassing. Was that like a hard rebel group, or they just made them harder? Yeah, well, we got slaughtered there. That must have been a hard one, or maybe I'm just mad because bad. That was, yeah, we got wrecked. So as you can see, I guess maybe they buffed them in the most recent patches, but don't take them lightly because you can be punished. And I imagine now what happens is they'll take some of my resources and maybe some of my bronze. Let's see what happens, because I've never lost to rebels before. So I guess we can find out together. What happens? Do they just take some of my resources? I guess we can take a look, right? If we go to my cart. No, sorry, it's that and then wagons. No, they didn't take any of my resources, so I wonder what happens when you lose. Yeah, they are certainly a moderate group as well, man. But yeah, let's make our way back up to this province. I just kind of check it out. And the really cool thing is as well, is whilst this is all going on, you kind of get announcements when territory is being conquered, so you can be like, oh damn, that's been conquered by this clan. And there's a really oh, I want to avoid these rebels. I do not want to fight another rebel group again. Especially after the butt whooping they gave me last time. So let's make our way up and move in. Yeah, so as you can see, all these players are forming up ready for the siege battle. I think there is actually currently a siege battle going on. There's also minor skirmishes as well happening. Players tend to do this to slow up the attackers. You know, they send out kind of like sally forth soldiers. And they try and wound the enemy, because one of the great things is the defenders can replenish their army at the city, but the attackers can't. They have to form camps, or they have to use resources. So if the attackers can kind of sally out and do some good damage to certain people, then they can just replenish their armies. We'll take one last quick look as well at the map. This has actually changed pretty crazily. Yeah, this has changed massively since I haven't played this for like a week and a half, I think. And this has already changed. You got these huge alliance blocks being broken up, because this was previously owned by just one clan, and now it's been changed. Black Army, like, there must have been some pretty crazy politics going on to break up all this land. Twitch Imperium is very strong right now. With they've kind of allied with the Han. So what you can also do is alliances or houses can go ahead and form these alliances, which is basically a bunch of clans all in one. If we go to the house screen as well really quickly. Oh wait, someone's going to attack me. Flee! I don't want to be attacked. Get out of here. Run away. Is it that guy? Oh my god, that guy's actually going to attack me. Well, luckily we're faster than him, but there's no way for me to escape. I'm just here to take a look, dude. I have no qualm with you. Yeah, we are literally stuck in here as well. I'm just going to go and hide in the corner really quickly. Yeah, so if we press M, I just want to show off this last thing. So you can see my house right now. There are alliances, which are basically a collective of houses. You can see some houses have 2 in these alliances. I believe as you level up the alliances, you can have 3 people. And as you can level up your house as well, you can also get more members in. You get more experience to declare war and have other stuff as well. So yeah, it's a really cool system, and I think definitely if you're looking for a medieval game with, you know, a bunch of really cool diplomacy and you know, to be able to play with a bunch of people. It's very, very exciting, and you can get a lot of stuff done. So if you have kind of liked what you've seen in this video, be sure to go ahead and check out the game. You can use my link down below in the description, and by clicking and signing up with that link, it really helps out the channel. So I'd appreciate it if you are going to play this game. Go ahead and use the link down below in the description to sign up. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I might be streaming this as well, just on my own accord, not sponsored or anything, in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for that. If you want to join my house, you can go ahead and do so. I am in the Chang region, so this is the bottom right region. You have to spawn here, and then you can just go ahead and join my house by typing in the ID number right here, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. Rebels, leave me alone. So yeah, go ahead and check out the game, and I'll see you guys in the next one.